Hello in-game fans, E3 is in full swing this week, and I do hope that you have enjoyed the presentations as much as I have. It's never a good idea to release games this week, but that doesn't stop some brave developers from trying, and as they say, fortune favours the bold. So see what's good in this edition of Indie Gaming this week. Let's begin with Monobot, a moody little puzzle platformer where you play as a little robot named Mono in a dystopian world filled with other hostile robots. From the general vibe and look of this, it does remind me strongly of Far, Lone Sails and Limbo, looking to fill a similar kind of space. Some mechanics highlighted on the store page includes an upgradable robotic arm that gives our heroes powers like magnetism and teleportation, which should be used cleverly in the puzzles, so there's some amount of progression, although it's linear as far as I can tell, with 7 chapters of content. Pretty impressive look as well, so it's a neat one to kick us off. One of you in the comments did turn me on to Lona Realm of Colors, a beautiful point-and-click adventure game with the watercolor visuals, where you're uncovering what happened to our main character and to help her express that through her paintings. This video is brought to you by Wildermyth, the awesome turn-based tactics title with a storytelling core. It takes its influence from D&D and XCOM, mixing the tactical combat in a high fantasy setting, where the most interesting aspect is the myth and legends that your heroes can become, where they, in turn, can have children to continue on in their adventuring ways. This launches out of early access after about 1.5 years, steadily gaining momentum in the process, where the main feature of the 1.0 launch is the addition of procedurally generated campaigns. Throughout early access, the other campaigns followed a predetermined story, so the introduction of procedural generation does mean even more replayability, making it a no-brainer for tactics game fans. Alekon was a surprise release during the Wholesome Direct on Saturday, which is generally not something that I would recommend indie developers do, so to help them along, here it is for this week. It's another first-person photography game, this time having you taking pictures of adorable critters, where part of the charm here is that you're trying to get them to strike cute poses. Very charming and adorable, and it's a neat title to check out. I do enjoy management titles, so World End Diner did catch my eye, being one where you play as a robot and run a diner for animals after the extinction of humankind. It's so adorable, and does also include the resource gathering and farming elements of something like a Stardew Valley, so of course I'm down for this. No bigger games of interest, so let's kick smaller games off with A Murmur in the Trees, a first-person mystery adventure game where trying to uncover what happened in a case known as the Moonshine Murders, looking suitably spooky and intriguing. If you enjoy classic spy movies like James Bond due to the slick cars and fast action, the Steam version of Agent Intercept will be of interest, having a fantastic look and great reviews.
Agency fools. You foiled me once. Broke yourselves against my forces before sealing me away in this wretched prison. But I have wheels turning. Claw is no petty organization of crime and terror. It is my finely tuned machine, instrument of my grand design. And you think you can stop me with your transformation technology? Very well. We shall play this game. And each move you make will bring you one step closer to your own destruction.
I told you that dice-based roguelites are increasing in popularity, case in point being Battle Rollers, one that uses dice in turn-based combat and could be neat despite the simple look. Like World End Diner covered earlier, Bear's Restaurant is a charming little management sim with a cute exterior, but it's actually about preparing the Last Supper for the dead, which is oddly dark, getting a Switch version this week. If you enjoy classic arcade action titles like Smash TV, one of the best modern examples is Galaxy Champions TV, getting an Xbox port this week. I do love farming sims, so Hogvalord did get my attention, where, rather than farming, the main gist of the game is all about raising hogs, mixing the ranching sim with an action-adventure RPG that looks like it has promise, although it is a little rough around the edges as well. An impressive horror adventure game is Lasagna Boy, one that mixes genres like platforming and puzzle, having a neat Game Boy inspired look which I appreciate, despite horror not really being my genre of choice. The roguelike platformer Metal Unit launched in 1.0 in January, impressing with the visuals and action, getting a Switch port this week. We've been seeing an increasing number of physical tabletop board games get digital versions as of late, where Railroad Inc. Challenge is the latest to do so, looking to be another faithful adaptation with a great look. Some of you may hate this, but deck building elements seem to be seeping into every genre possible, where Rise of Humanity combines it with a turn-based tactics title, set in a grim future where it's man against machine, getting a Prologue demo this week. Developer Light Up is known for their vibrant pixel art and adorable character designs, where their latest is Super Sunny Island, where you play as a penguin with a water gun, looking very apt for summer. If you enjoy survival crafting titles, the Faraway Land may be of interest, having an open world structure and fantasy elements, where like most survival games, will be releasing in early access and does look to have potential. If you're a fan of classic point-and-click adventure games, the very retro The Prophecy will be of interest, where an average medieval boy has to save the kingdom from a dark fate, looking very classic in design. The next title did come out of nowhere since UFO 2 Extraterrestrials is a very retro looking turn-based tactics game, looking more like old school XCOM rather than the modern day Phyrexis interpretation, and is actually the sequel to a game from 2007, where this sequel was announced in 2009, so it has been an insanely long 12-year development cycle. Who knows how this will turn out, but kudos to the developer for not giving up. Something for classic wargaming fans with Valor and Victory, another digital adaptation of a board game that is of course being published by Slytherin, who has more or less a monopoly on this type of game. Finally, another digital adaptation of a board game gets on the list with the excellently done Wingspan getting an Xbox version this week.
Wingspan is a place full of birds. Your goal is to build a wonderful preserve that will lead you to victory. Learn new facts about birds. Blue jays can carry up to 5 acorns. Discover new species. Help them lay eggs. Gain food. Or even hunt. Become a bird enthusiast.
Let's kick off the top 5 with the aptly named Summertime Madness, something that I hope you're not suffering from, but it's a gorgeous first-person puzzle adventure game with some trippy visuals. Play as a painter trapped in his canvas after a deal with the devil, seeking to find a way to escape, but the setting does allow for some otherworldly and bizarre structures and creations, looking impressive visually as well, and is a title of interest.
My dearest Marina, do not mourn me when I am gone. I have lived a life in service of the beautiful creatures of this earth. A lifelong passion I hope I passed on to you.
Like Alekon covered earlier, Beast of Maravilla Island is another photography game that surprise launched during the Wholesome Direct, where, to be honest, I think that is a bad job at curation for two photography games to surprise launch at the same event, which helps neither developer. Still, you're exploring this island in order to photograph and catalogue the majestic creatures within, fulfilling a lifelong dream of your grandfather, looking also wonderful and slightly different in scope as compared to Alekon.
My camera and my journal. Photograph Maravilla's majesty and bring back something beautiful to share with the world.
Welcome back, Executor. The Stroll infestation is threatening all colonies on Mars. All major industry, infrastructure, navigation systems, and defenses have all been severely affected. With your command, our organization will locate and destroy the virus biomass, prevent terraformers from failing, escort and protect military convoys, evacuate and safeguard the survivors, defend colony fortifications. Executor, enemy wave approaching. There is no time to lose. Humanity depends on you.
Another must-play indie of the week is the sci-fi real-time tactics title Red Solstice 2 Survivors, the sequel to a well-received game from 2015, which did get a significant visual upgrade. You're fending off a mutant invasion, trying to find a cure to a virus that threatens humanity, where impressively, it supports co-op for up to 8 players, which seems very interesting. There are 6 player classes, a tech tree to research and unlock upgrades, as well as some great looking action, which makes it of interest even if you did not play the original. I told you in yesterday's video that I love fishing mechanics in games, so of course, Lona's fishing garden is a no-brainer. It's a wonderful pixel art fishing title that does look to have a compelling gameplay loop, as well as a wide variety of fish, looking really awesome and a must-get for cozy game fans.
From the creators of Faria and Richard Garfield, the creator of Magic the Gathering, comes a new roguelike deck builder. Choose your heroes and master their synergies.
As the trailer states, Roguebook has an impressive pedigree, and while Richard Garfield's last foray into games did not do so hot with Artifact, he gets another shot at bringing his expertise to the table in this roguelite deck builder. Yes, it's another Slay the Spire-like, but you do have 2 characters and where positioning matters, so as a fan of deck builders, this has got me curious, taking the number 1 spot. For more of the best games like Slay the Spire, check out this video and I will see you after the jump.